Okay. Hi. Um. Fuck. Hi. Hi. Can I look at you when I talk? It's all me. There's no separation. I'm trying to remember this. In what context? I hate my brain. I just don't want to have this one. I gotta figure this out. I gotta either do the work or end this life. It's like, I just don't know how much lower I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to get to where things are better. I'm not doing what I need to do to get me to where I need to go because I don't trust myself and I don't trust anybody else, and I can't figure out how to be consistent, how to be intentional. My priorities are fucked up. Like, even with all of this stress, I could be doing so much better. I could be. I need to make diagrams for myself. I'm just really struggling. I'm really struggling to connect things to, like here. I have thoughts and ideas and understandings. But I need tangible stuff. Like things, like physical things. Otherwise, it's just nothing. But what I'm mad about, I'm angry that it's my job to save myself. Because I don't want to be me. I see the world and everything in it. Fuck. I see the world and everything in it. And the whole universe. And if it's all me, then I'm scattered everywhere. And if this one doesn't work out, that's just information. That's literally just information. about what didn't work out. And all that I really have is my ability to observe and act accordingly from my vantage point. But the level of control that I have over the outcome, over the future, over the trajectory of this existence that I'm experiencing is subject to so many different variables, all of which are completely out of my direct control or access. And I do not have the capacity to see what this vantage point even has to offer, because I'm too close to it. It's too much just me right here, right now. I feel myself being the translation between physical and non-physical reality. I feel the translation of dimensions. I feel, because I am the translation of dimensions. It sounds so fucking stupid. I feel fucking crazy. Do you see, like, the pattern of self-doubt and self-sabotage? I am simultaneously the basketball and the hand smacking it back down on the court. Maybe it feels like the court is falling beneath me. It's like extending further and further away. I really can't ground. I can't ground because when I ground, I don't know what to do when I get there. You know, Christopher McCandless, when he died, right before, he wrote in a book that happiness is only real when it's shared. And there's, everybody has their different takes on it. But if, you zoom out, from a pattern perspective, from a unified field theory of the universe, of a process ontology, when you look at what reality fundamentally is, there is no reality without relationship, without connection. And so, a sole individual may be able to experience happiness and joy and wonder and awe in some form alone, but we're never truly alone. Without anything to experience happiness about, there would be no happiness. You're sharing your joy with reality, with the experience. It's like being able to appreciate your surroundings, being able to appreciate the body that you're in, the awareness that you have, maybe the relationships that you do have access to. The relationship with those things is like where the happiness emerges from. But the most I don't like the way I explain things. I don't like hearing myself talk. I don't like the way that I interpret the world. I think that that's the real problem. I don't like listening to myself talk. I don't like the sound of my own voice. I don't like the residue that the words that I speak leave behind. I don't like how they're picked up. I don't like how they travel. I don't like how I show up in the world around me. Oftentimes, I don't even like the things that I like. And the things that I do like, that I really like, sometimes I can't even wrap my mind around it. It feels so out of reach. Or it feels too close. So close that I can't even see it anymore. I'm tired of being thoughts. I feel like most of me exists as a thought, whether it's in my head or the heads of others, because I don't show up enough in the physical world. I'm more of an idea or a concept or a memory than anything to anybody. And I don't even want that to be out there. I don't want to have had happened. And I don't want to be happening. This one. This perspective. And it's because I can't seem to figure out how to take what I have here and transform it into something that warrants the existence. Maybe it's like carrying my own weight, not simply being something that drags the system down or holds it back, extracts from it, creates turbulence, dissonance. I want to introduce a coherent field to enhance the field around me. I want to be able to maintain 6-person perspective so that I can consciously navigate all 6 in a productive way. And even this is like an attempt to do that. But I am near unwilling at this point to pretend like my existence is worth carrying. If my torch is worth passing forward. Because all of the incoherence that comes along with it, the good parts stand independent of me as a pattern in the field. They all exist anyways. And all the bad stuff, it all exists anyways. I'm just a particular configuration of these patterns. And no matter how unique my perspective is, in the grand scheme of the entire picture, everything will be just fine without this one. Listening to myself, I have so many thoughts popping up of trying to preserve my value. Imagining scenarios where I just try harder to find people who can appreciate me or see me, understand me, to make what I have to offer worthwhile. But even that feels self-serving in a way that doesn't make it possible for me to actually drive action forward. I think it's the premise behind it. It is the knowing that I am seeking something from connection. And the deep-seated physical memory of getting in the way, being annoying, is negatively impacting others in any real way, that I am near unwilling to do anymore. I don't want to create dissonance or incoherence in the field. I guess if I end my life, then that's all I'm gonna fucking do. That's all I'm gonna do anyways. It's like I'm trying to use the framework I built to detach so hard to justify undervaluing my existence and justify ending it. But it's like I'm too aware of how things work that really, at the end of the day, if I were to do it, it would be selfish. But don't I have a right to be selfish? Given everything. Don't I have a right to put this feeling, this experience, this desire at the top of my priority list? Not as something to navigate or to manage, but something to resolve. Something to unravel and to let go. There are so many beautiful, once in a lifetime patterns that will get to exist, that have gotten to exist, that exist currently. They'll never be seen, appreciated, understood, witnessed, accessed from any point that could have had an amazing, beautiful impact on any system. That could have provided any variety of positive experience. There's plenty of beautiful patterns. More will come. More will come. You know, maybe it's my problem for putting so much pressure on myself to carry the weight of the world and the weight of everybody else's suffering. But I don't feel like it's a choice that I made. I feel like it's a structural inevitability of the way that I am, of what I am. Like, I feel like I was organized in a way that demands awareness and the drive to resolve suffering. And if I'm not doing that, no wonder I feel like this. Because I can't resolve my own suffering. And for whatever reason, I cannot access relationship that helps me stop getting to this place. I'll admit that a lot of it does come down to money. I think in a way it's always been about money. I think before I even knew it was about money, it was about money. No money. I think I have a job. I hope it's not a scam. It's for training AI. I found it through my school. I'm short on rent. And I have 5 days to make $500. It is situations like this that I think they make me go numb. I think things like this make me feel cold. Because I don't know, the absurdity of it all, I guess. Is it really all money? No. No, it can't be. It can't be money all the way. And I know it's not. Because even if the money thing wasn't a problem, if my parents didn't create a weird dynamic with finances, if I didn't struggle so much when I moved out, if I didn't have autism and MS, getting in the way of me figuring out what it even is I can do, I would still be this and experiencing this way from this perspective. And I would still have the capacity to introduce dissonance and incoherence. And I don't think that the people that I've met have really learned much from having me in their lives, other than I can't say what they've learned. But I don't think that many people are better off for having known me. I haven't always been a good person. And not just good in the right and wrong or whatever sense. Just like I don't know, an effective participant. don't think I've always been worthwhile. I think I overcomplicate things. I think I oversimplify things. I have very black and white thinking, I'm sure, as you can already tell. You know, my strengths are my weaknesses, or my strengths. And I feel like I'm just off kilter. I'm like tilted, and I don't think I can get back upright again. And I feel like I'm so disconnected from how everybody else experiences the world and life. I think that that is also something that's really weighing on me. Just the constant having to translate and recalibrate my own awareness based on where everybody else is at. Not because they're wrong, but because they don't see what I see, and I either have to put in the work to try and help them to see what I see, which is counterintuitive most times, or, readjust myself to meet them where they're at, which is then just kind of slowly killing pieces of myself over and over and over again. Literally just like taking a hacksaw to the pieces of myself that I feel like I see most clearly. Because there's nowhere for it to fit. There's nowhere for it to go. If you explain something, the cleanest way that it could ever possibly be explained, and it has nowhere to go, it has nobody to witness it, well, I don't want to explain anymore. I don't want to explain anymore. Not only do I not want to hear myself talk, hear myself think, I don't even want to try to make sense. I don't want to try to help anybody understand me or anything else. I don't want there to have to be an understanding for me to remain here. The cost of the understanding that I seek is too high for me to pay, and too high for me to ask anybody else to pay. It's a sick joke that I got a job, but it's remote. I've never been able to do remote work. remote school, remote friendship. Yeah, I've always been pretty bad at that. So I don't know where the fuck I think this is gonna get me. I hate living in a process. I hate living as a process. I wish everything could stop for just a fucking second. I just feel like a waste.